My mom had been going to book club every Tuesday for 15 years, so I decided to surprise her there and discovered her real secret growing up. Tuesday nights were sacred in our house. Mom would put on her nicest sweater, grab her purse, and announce she was heading to book club with the ladies. She'd be gone for exactly 3 hours, coming home around 10 p.m. with this peaceful, almost glowing expression. I used to beg to come along when I was little, but she'd always say book club was grown-up time and I wouldn't find it interesting. Dad would make us dinner while she was gone, and we'd save her a plate that she'd barely touch when she got back, claiming she was still full from book club snacks. In high school, I started noticing weird things. Mom never talked about the books they were reading. When I'd ask what they discussed, she'd give vague answers like, oh, you know, life stuff, or it was a romance novel, nothing you'd care about. She never brought books home from these meetings, never mentioned anyone's name from the group, never got phone calls from book club friends, but she never missed a Tuesday, not for holidays, not when she was sick, not even the week after my grandmother's funeral. Book club was apparently the most important thing in her life. Last month, I moved back home temporarily after college to save money. On a Tuesday night, I was bored and decided to surprise her with her favorite coffee from the place near where she claimed book club met. I'd drop it off, say hi to her friends, and finally see what this mysterious group was all about. I drove to the community center where she said they met every week. The parking lot was nearly empty, and through the windows I could see it was dark inside. No book club, no mom's car anywhere. I called her phone. It went straight to voicemail. I started driving around the neighborhood looking for her car, feeling like a crazy person. Was she having an affair? Was she gambling? What could she possibly be doing for 3 hours every Tuesday that she couldn't tell her own family about? Then I spotted her Honda in the parking lot of what looked like an old school building. There were about a dozen other cars there, and I could see lights on in one of the classrooms. I parked and walked toward the building, my heart pounding. Through the window, I saw my mom. She was standing in front of a small group of adults, holding up flashcards and speaking slowly and clearly. Exhibition in the room was focused on her, some taking notes, others repeating words back to her. My mom was teaching English to adults who were learning it as a second language. I stood there watching for 20 minutes, completely stunned. She was patient, encouraging, and clearly beloved by her students. When someone struggled with pronunciation, she'd gently correct them and celebrate when they got it right. When the class ended, several students hugged her goodbye. I waited by her car, not sure how to process what I just witnessed. When she came out and saw me, she looked terrified. She asked quietly, long enough to see that you are definitely not discussing romance novels, I said. She sighed and leaned against her car. I started volunteering here 15 years ago, right after you began kindergarten. I had all this free time during the day, and I saw a flyer asking for English tutors. It was supposed to be temporary. I asked. She looked embarrassed. At first, I thought your dad would think it was